I'm Zach Pratt. I'm retired from the Bureau of Land Management, the BLM. This is about constructing a low pool area for fish and the maintenance and repair of Zunino Jiggs Reservoir in Jiggs, Nevada. Here we go. Located about 30 miles south of Elko, Nevada, the reservoir with an earthen dam and dike was constructed in 1912 in what is known as the BLM Zunino Jiggs Reservoir Recreation Area and Campground. The campsites are priced at $2 a night, which includes a fire ring, picnic table, barbecue grill, and shared vault toilets, with the campsites lacking potable water and electric hookups in this rustic campground. The reservoir campground is primarily a day-use destination, with campers utilizing it in low numbers throughout the summer and hunters choosing to use the area as a base camp for fall hunting in the nearby beautiful Humboldt-Tiobe National Forest, Cedar Ridge, and Red Springs WSAs. In the spring of 2009, Jeff Peterson, a fisheries biologist at the Nevada Department of Wildlife, presented a proposal to the Tuscarora field office in Elko to create a low pool area in the Zunino Jiggs Reservoir, approximately 5 acres in size and 5 feet deep. It was to provide an area for the fish that would retain water during the summer and winter months, thus improving the fishery. Working as an outdoor recreation planner for the field office, I took up the lead on this project. The reservoir's water storage is a private property right held by the Gun Branch under state regulation and is legally impounded on public land under federal law. Water in the reservoir at the high water level covers approximately 156 surface acres. Water starts filling the reservoir with spring runoff from the Humboldt-Tiobe mountain range, but by August the reservoir has too little water to support fish. Around the same time as Jeff's proposal, and at the time the low pool area was being tested for soil suitability for retaining water, the Nevada State Dam Inspector condemned the dam. He asked to put a stop to water coming into the reservoir because both the upstream and downstream sides of the dam were covered with brush, gopher holes, and erosion that left the dam with only 4 to 6 inches of width on the top. Left in that condition, the reservoir dam and/or dike was prone to failure, and if there was a huge rainfall or large spring runoff, the dam failure would be putting nearby ranchers and the state highway in jeopardy. An on-site meeting took place with the dam inspector, Jeff, and other NDEL staff, as well as the Elko District engineers, to discuss what would have to be accomplished to improve the reservoir for water storage. Actions that were needed included brush removal from the dam and the dike, and then soil from the low pool area was to be used to build up both structures. After the soil was removed from a 5-acre low pool area and used to reinforce both the dam and dike, the bottom of the low pool area was lined with bentonite to reduce water loss. With the National Environmental Policy Act through a categorical exclusion signed to allow constructing a low pool area and for maintenance and repair of the reservoir's dam and dike, the work could begin. With funding in place, the dam clearing started by hand and then with the use of machines. In preparing for construction, Heather, Andrew, and Nyla, 3 AmeriCorps interns, were used to prep the campsites. The Nevada Department of Forestry volunteered community service workers to help clear out brush on and around the dam. Also pitching in to help was the staff of the Tuscarora Field Office, Elko District Fire Crew, engineers, and additional AmeriCorps interns. They worked to remove old fencing wire and posts that were not needed and installing new posts and fence on the boundary to replace the old and damaged fence line and install 2 new cattle guards at the entrances. With all the projects completed, it was time for the work crew to take a break to eat and play some games with Sally and AmeriCorps intern leading the group in play. With the handwork done, it was time to bring in heavy equipment to clear the brush off the dam and remove the soil from the 5-foot deep low pool area for use to reinforce the dam and dike, which was located at the southern end of the reservoir approximately a mile away. In the photos you can see the dam being cleared of brush, being rebuilt with the soil that came from the low pool area. As you can see, heavy equipment operating to cut out the low pool area, with some of the soil being transported the length of the reservoir to reinforce the dike. When the project was completed, the resulting benefits were having the dam and dike restored to operable condition, the installation of a boat launch, a completed low pool area for fisheries. With water in the reservoir came the ability to stock it with rainbow trout, largemouth bass, and bluegills. Jeff provided the photos of the finished boat launch, the low pool area, with and without water, and a couple of fish that were caught in the reservoir. Also improved was wildlife habitat for mule deer, pronghorn antelope, sage grouse, chukar partridge, and waterfowl species that use the reservoir when water is present. It is important to note that the rehabilitation of this recreation area was a collaborative effort between the Bureau of Land Management, Nevada Department of Wildlife, Elko County, Newmont Mining, Barrett Gold, the Gund Ranch, and the Cummings Ranch. All totaled, the cooperators were able to provide $105,000 in funding, with NDOW contributing $408,000 in funding, the majority of which, approximately $822,000, was funded through U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service Boating Access Grant Program, totaling $1.3 million for the finished project. I had a lot of fun working on this project and helping to make it happen with the support of the Tuscarora Field Office and the Elko District Management Team. Thank you for watching. More videos in development. Goodbye.